Hey everyone, we're the home team, and this is our storyboard. Just to give you a little context before we dive in, where we have little stick figures, we're going to be pulling quotes and different sound bites from our user testing videos, and yeah. So I'm gonna start out with our problems as on-call nurses.
And for the sake of this video, David will be acting the role of the nurses.
We don't get enough sleep. If we got better sleep, we'd take care of our patients better. Sometimes I work 14-hour shifts. It's way too expensive to live nearby the hospital, so I have to commute more than an hour. And that means I can't go home to sleep in between shifts and have to spend a lot more time in the hospital. Sometimes I spend multiple days working in the hospital before going home, sleeping in the hospital every night.
So for part two, we're going to focus on how on-call nurses are currently using what they already have to accommodate for their limited space.
For the 12 on-call nurses that we have on staff every night, there's only one nap room that has 2 beds. Sometimes I have to use guerrilla tactics to find a place to sleep, sleeping underneath tables or making a nest out of extra blankets. We actually forced Stanford to get permanent hotel rooms for us in Redwood City as part of our last union negotiation because there's just not enough accommodation here. But those aren't even good enough anyway. Those are pretty janky. They're building a new hospital right now that'll be done in 2018, but they didn't even add any on-call rooms. They totally overlooked it. A few of my coworkers actually have rented out like a trailer home up in Redwood City that they take turns sleeping in when they need to get a nap, just because it's so hard to find a place otherwise.
Part 3 will have built up to our insight, which is that nurses are feeling undervalued by their own hospital and therefore resentful towards Stanford.
The amenities at Stanford Hospital are just embarrassing for the institution that it is. I don't even know where the nap rooms are for the attending physicians, but they always seem to pop up just minutes after their calls looking really refreshed, whereas we have to scrounge for a bad pace to sleep 45 minutes away.
For part 4, we're going to address the basic necessities and preferences of the on-call staff based off what we understood from their problems and the resentment that they feel towards Stanford. Problems such as having very long shifts and having very limited places to sleep. With regards to the necessities, we're going to come back and use the 8 prototypes and the data that we gathered from those sessions and try to connect that with possible solutions that could create a balance between things that they need and things that they like.
So, as a female nurse, I feel really uncomfortable sleeping with a man in the nap room next to me, so I would really like to have my own personal room. A lot of times in the morning, it just gets super loud when everyone's coming into work in the morning, and you can hear all that through the walls in the nap rooms. You don't need the 4 seasons. I really don't want to be sleeping in a place where I feel like I'm going to get bed bugs.
Our solution is a trailer nap house located in the parking lot right outside the hospital. Inside the trailer will be individual rooms, including separate bathrooms. There will be about 12 rooms in total, which is the number of on-call nurses at any time. And here's the view from the top.
The final section of the video will talk about sort of the timeliness of this project, seeing as in 2018 a new wing of the hospital will open up where the design plan has once again overlooked the sleep needs of its on-call staff. But we believe the future can be a lot brighter with the Casper Nap House.
That was great.